What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another flight. Welcome back to another stream, and happy Sunday morning. Welcome back, everybody. I am your host. I am your captain, Phoenix Black Knight. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Called an audible today. Called an audible. No American Virtual Airlines flight today. Call an audible. We are rocking, you guys. You saw it on the intro. Air Canada. It plays. Look at this thing. Doesn't that, oh, the white, the black, the red, this lever plays. I don't know. We're in the 320 because we're going to copy the real world flight. So it looks all dirty and everything, but the actual 320 Neo looks clean. It looks good. But when would we ever have a time to fly the Air Canada? I figured out. Let's go into the captain seat so you guys can hear me. When are we ever going to fly the Air Canada? Never, because we're going to be flying the American Virtual Airlines flight. So let's call an audible on a Sunday, and let's fly this awesome lever. I mean, look at you got to love that color, you guys. Got to love it. So we're going to take this plane, and we're going to go into Vancouver, which is a real-world flight that it does, into Vancouver International Airport. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this bad boy in. So let's get into our flight briefing, you guys. Let's get our flight briefing pulled up. Before we go on the flight briefing, let's welcome everybody who's on board. This is everybody who has subscribed to the channel and has your, when you subscribe and your subscriber name is public, it allows me to see your name, so I'll give you a shout out on the roll call. If you subscribed and I don't give you a shout out, that means your subscriber name is private. That's why I couldn't see it. So roll call. Who's on board today? We got Simulation PHAN. I can't say that one. Apologize. Irina. We got Timothy. Marco, Tim, we got Callie Banks, we got Potato, we got Colin, we got Dennis, we got Asher Greg. Oh man, I can't say that one. I'm gonna spell it out so you can see it. ASGHARKHAN 232. I'm right, you're wrong. I like that one. And Nilsson, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard down in Calgary. One more time. Let's go outside. You gotta love the plane. Ooh, what's going on behind us? What is going on in Calgary right now? Oh, that's good. We're going to be forever for a pushback. Traffic. Anyway, just giving Calgary some love. We flew in here on Thursday. Give you guys every heads up schedule. This is a new... Go back in here so you can hear me. Apologize. Our week that we fly Sunday through Thursday. So weeks coming up, we fly the days we have coming up. We fly today, Sunday. We fly Monday. We fly Tuesday. We take Wednesday off. Then we end our week on Thursday. So great week ahead of us of flying. Jumping back in the American Airlines. We'll jump back to them on Monday. What's called the Audible. We'll do the Air Canada ops today. Gotta love it. But let's give Calgary some shout out one more time. Look what's going on. There's a mess going on in Calgary. Something's hopping off in Calgary. Yeah, this is a lot of things going on. Okay, let's go to the flight briefing, you guys. Let's get it all pulled up. We did our roll call. Appreciate you guys being on board. And let's get in the sim briefing. All right, sim briefing's pulled up. So flight crew, our call sign today is Air Canada 201 is our call sign. Air Canada 201 is our call sign. Like I said, we're in Calgary right now. We're going to be taking off and going into Vancouver. Our aircraft of choice today that flies this route is a Airbus 320. Once again, here it is. Airbus 320. Why those planes have not moved yet? I'm very concerned why those haven't moved yet for our taxiway out and our pushback. Anyway, come back in here. Airbus 320. Today's date's July 2nd, 2023. Today's departure time is 5:21 in the morning is what you see right now. We did match the time to the actual flight that this took off. Arrival time 6:59 in the morning is what SimBrief gave us. Our time, the time they gave us to complete the flight, SimBrief says an hour and 10 minutes. So we'll write that down, see if we can beat that. That's the time to beat. The block time SimBrief gave us to finish the flight is an hour and 38 minutes to finish the flight. Cruising altitude, they put us at 34,000 feet for the cruising altitude on this flight. Distance we're flying is 389 nautical miles. Wind is going to be 268 over 68 knots. Passengers on today's flight, they gave us 177 passengers on today's flight. Bulk fuel for today's flight is going to be 13,448 pounds. Cargo on today's flight is 9,735 pounds. And our payload is going to be 40,710 pounds. Right now down in Calgary, they're going to want us to take off on runway 35 right with a transition of DCT. That is Dr. Charlie Tango out of Calgary. And when we go down into Vancouver, they want us wheels down on runway 26 left with the transition down there at Cancun. C-A-N-U-C-S. Cancun. So I don't understand why they have that. They're not even close to that water. That don't make no sense to me. Anyway, that is our that is our flight briefing, you guys, out of Sin Brief. So let's go ahead and get into the weather so we know what to expect going in. Right now in Calgary, we expect clear skies, flight crew. Clear skies going out with a weather of 58 degrees, a little bit nippy out there. 58 degrees out there in Calgary right now with clear skies going out. Going down into Vancouver, we're looking at 67 degrees in Vancouver with sunny skies as well going down in Vancouver. So visibility leaving and visibility coming down on descend should be perfectly fine. Should have no problems either one. All right, you guys have been briefed. I have been briefed. Let's go ahead and get these plane ready for passengers, which means let's go ahead and jump over here to the tablet since we're in the 320. Actually, let's go up here and make sure our AI pilot go-getter is turned off. Turn them off. There we go. Now let's go down here, zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. Turn the tablet on. First thing we got to do is hit our ground services. Let's get the cones around the plane for safety. Perfect. Let's go ahead and hit our settings. Let's go ahead and hit the APU turn on. Plane is turned on. Perfect. Let's go over here to the middle. Let's look up. APU is on. APU master, APU bleed needs to be hit, so let's hit that. So APU master was turned on, APU start was turned on. We just hit on the APU bleed. Let's illuminate this middle console right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and turn on no smoking sign. No, let's fasten the seatbelt sign. Let's go ahead and turn on the dome light. Let's turn on our nav light. Let's put on a beacon light. Let's go back to the captain's seat. Let's go back to our tablet. Let's go back to ground settings. Now let's go ahead and turn on our cabin lights. People can see what they're doing. Let's go ahead and hook up our GPU. That is our ground power unit. Let's go ahead and we don't need the AC conditioner. I mean, what is it? 58 degrees out there? It's 58. Is that cold in Canada? I'm from Arizona. That's freezing. So I don't think we need the air conditioner. But let's just do it just to be safe. Sure. And then let's go ahead and connect the jetway. And then let's open up the main cabin door. And there comes our... We gotta think of a name for this guy right here. He's at every default airport. This guy right there. There he is. We gotta come up with a name. Anybody? Someone come up with a name for that guy. We're gonna see him at every default airport. We gotta give him a name. Okay. Jetway's connecting. We got the boarding process going. Let's finish setting up the plane the way we like it. Let's go back to the captain's seat to the standard captain view. And then let's go ahead from panels right to left as always. Let's go ahead and get those all bright so we see what we're doing. That's the right panel, and then let's move over here to the left panel. Let's get that one all bright as well. Perfect. Let's slide down here. This is a morning flight, so we won't need our floodlight on, but I do want to go ahead and turn on the middle console and illuminate everything in this middle console here. Perfect. Now let's slide over here in the middle. Train, we're going to turn that on right now. Flight directory, that's on. Flight information, leave it at ARC. And nautical range, we'll leave that at 10 right now until we get above 10,000 feet. Speed, we'll leave that in the managed position. Heading, we'll leave that in the managed position because we already put in our flight plan. We'll get our altitude in a little bit from the tower, but we'll leave climbing. We're actually going to put 3,000 feet. We're going to do a controlled climb today at 3,000 feet per minute. And then let's go ahead and illuminate all the buttons up here. Get that better cursor. There we go. Okay. Everything's set up the way you like it. I like it, you guys, the way we like it. Let's jump back in the captain's seat. Let's jump back outside. Oh, look at the color. Hey, those guys left. Perfect. Let's turn on the ATC. Let's get our catering services going. Let's get our baggage services going. And then let's enjoy the sounds of the game for a little bit as they do their thing. Let's get Calgary ground. Click on that. We already got the jetway connected. Let's start with the catering service. Catering truck is on the way. Then let's go ahead and do the baggage services. Baggage is on its way. Like I mentioned before, plane is all set up the way we like it. Let's go ahead and enjoy the sounds of the game, and I'll be back in a sec. Looks like our baggage services is wrapping up, and it looks like our catering services is wrapping up. So let's go back to the captain's seat, to the captain view. Let's go ahead and hit illuminate passengers because the boarding process has already started. So it's just, they're all on board. Perfect. So let's slide back into the tablet right here, and everything is set. So let's go ahead and turn on our AI co-pilot, so then you can get our clearance into Vancouver. So let's go ahead and hit our ATC. Bring that back up. Let's go ahead and hit back. Gonna go ahead and get our altitude and our takeoff. Oh, let's do that. We don't want to see it. We're gonna listen to it. .119er. .8. .800. I'll zoom in so you can see it. Maybe you guys can. There we go. Alright. Takeoff. 119.088. Got it. Perfect. Go to the captain's seat. Let's go over here. Zoom in on the tablet again. Now we got to do now. Oh. Let's see here. Hang on 1 second, guys. Microphone problems. There we go. Okay. Let's go back to our tablet. Got it. Since we got a clearance, let's go ahead and disconnect our GPU. And then we'll go ahead and do the air conditioner unit. Get that disconnected. Let's shut the main cabin door. Wait for that to shut. Alright, let's go ahead and get the jetway disconnected. John Doe for now until we come up with the name. See you later, John. John Doe. Alright, he's gone and cleared. Let's hit our tablet again. Let's go ahead and remove the cones. Okay, let's go to the captain's seat. Let's do our captain view, which is going to be up here. We're going to come in just a little bit right there. Perfect. That way we can see everything, see what we're doing. Let's go to the ATC again. And then we're going to hit ground services again. And now we're going to request our pushback. There it is. Let's hit the pushback. Pushback has been accepted. Getting ready to push back. We don't, let's keep cabin lights on for the ground crew as they do their last check. Make sure people got their seatbelts on. Tray tables are upright. Pushback has been connected. Let's release the parking brake. Positive pushback. Go ahead and turn engine mode into the start position. Engine 2. On this aircraft, the engines sound better starting listening inside, you guys. Engine 2 is coming up to 20%. It's got to hold there for a little bit. Then we'll start engine 1. Let's go outside. You can see it. Ooh. All right. Engine 2 is available. Let's hit engine 1. Good looking plane. Let's come back inside. Let's get ready to taxi. Man, that's a good looking plane. AI co-pilot is getting our taxi clearance to our runway. We just got cleared to taxi. Engine 1's coming up to looks like it's coming up to 12%. That's good enough to check the flaps. Flaps, let's bring those down to 100%. Speed brakes, let's get those up and armed. Let's pan around as always. Speed brakes up. Flaps are coming down and moving. Perfect, let's jump back inside of the captain's seat to the captain view. Let's go ahead and bring our flaps all the way back up to 0. Since we got the tablet, it's going to place the flaps for us. But we will put the speed brakes armed for takeoff though. Engine mode, we'll put that from the start position back to the normal position. Let's go ahead and get our taxi brake on. Let's go ahead and turn off our APU bleed, turn off our APU master, which will turn off the APU start. Ground crew, where you're at? Looks like we only got one guy over here. Thumbs up, salute. We out of here. Let's go ahead and turn off our dome light now. And I believe they wanted us to the right, but we're gonna spin. They want us to spin left? Nope, we're spinning right. Yep. We are spinning right, so giving the engine some power, releasing parking brake. Oh, before we release parking brake, oh, I got ahead of myself. Oh, let's hit our tablet. Cabin lights come off now. Ooh, glad I did that. Let's go back to our settings, and then let's hit ready for taxi. That turns on, our runway lights turn on, our landing lights stay in the restricted position, nose light goes in the taxi position, and our beacon light and our nav light both stay on. Strobe light is not on at this time, according to the tablet. We usually taxi with it on. According to the tablet, no. Now let's get the engine some power. Now release the parking brake. Now we got forward momentum. Let's turn the plane. Let's straighten out. Pull the throttle back a little bit. Get it to a nice little taxi speed. Why is it making us go around here? Could have went left right there. Oh. Roger, Air Canada, hold position 201. Alright, they want us hold position. Parking brake activated. Looks like we got this guy coming through. So we will hold position. Moving our camera right there so we can see results of our takeoff. Don't forget we're climbing at 3,000 feet per minute. We're going to do a controlled climb. Roger, Air Canada 201. We will continue taxiing. Alright, let's continue taxiing. Give the engine some power. Releasing park and brake. We have momentum. What is going on with this taxi? Why they got us? Okay. I don't know why we couldn't go straight, but apparently there was a plane that we didn't literally had the dodge, so I'm gonna listen to it. Pulling our throttle back. Let's get on the straightaway. We'll give Calgary some love. Straighten it out a little bit. Calgary doing a great host over the weekend. Just the whole weekend here, right? That's the way to end the flight for last week. International flight. The WJ is WestJet Airlines, by the way, if you guys didn't know what WJA was. WestJet Airlines and Air Canada are the most common ones out of here. And SkyWest too, I believe. SkyWest. Pan over to the left, looks like we have the sun coming up. Default Calgary Airport. Alright, we're going off course. Let's go back here. Put the drone camera right here for takeoff. Let's stay back in here. Once again, I don't know why we could not have just stayed straight on that taxiway right there, but we'll follow we'll do what we're told, right? Looks like there's the top of our runway. So one more time, let's zoom out once I get this straight. Give Calgary love one more time. Calgary, I mean, we might be back. I don't know. Who knows? Calgary. Oh, never mind. Drone cam. thought this was the top of the runway. It is not. We are going. We are taxi. I didn't even look to see how long of our taxi was when I set up the flight plan and our gate and everything. So this is. Huh. Okay, let's stay inside the cockpit. Alright, this is us. Looks like we're just one in line. It looks like we got a United Airlines on final right there. Engines to neutral. Stopping plane. Plane stopped. Activating plus. I'll show you the parking brake. Parking brake set. No word from ATC. Let me just make sure ATC is working. Yes, ATC is working. Let's see what this guy does in front of us. I bet you we're waiting for that United Airlines. It's gotta be what we're waiting for. Where is it? Oh, sorry. Where'd it go? Did it already come down? Ah, there it is right there. Guarantee we're waiting for that to come down. American Airlines, please get off the runway. We have 2 in queue. Is there anybody behind us? Doesn't look like it. Someone's coming right now, though. This reminds me of LAX. Trying to leave out of LAX is like this. Everything okay, United? Oh man. Come on, United. I don't think we have anybody else on final. Do we have someone else coming in on final? I don't see anybody else on final. And United Airlines, is that them? Are they still on the runway? Is that them blinking right there? Is that what's taking us so long? Are they still on the runway? Oh, at least we're not 3D. Too bad for this guy. Is what it is. This happens in real life too, right? Stuck waiting. Play it out. Play it out, flight crew. What? The plane just disappeared. Alright, we're going forward. Engine some power. We're going to release the parking brake. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. The plane just vanished. We're going to go ahead and stop short here in 35 right, so we're going to go ahead and engines in neutral. Let's go ahead and slow down the plane. Activate parking brake. Roger, Air Canada 201. Hold short, 35 right. ATC wants us to hold short. That means we probably got someone on final. But who we got? We do. WestJet 1593 coming in. Calgary, Canada. Man. We didn't realize it was going to be like this getting out of here. Yeah, why are you still on the runway, United? That didn't make sense. There's Jet, WestJet, there he is. That WestJet 1593 just got approved to approach by tower. So we're waiting for them. That's who we're waiting for. How many people we got behind us, you guys? Oh. How did they just clear us for takeoff? Alright, they just cleared us for takeoff. I didn't hear our altimeter. 3001. Yeah. I don't know how they just cleared us for takeoff, but we're gonna do it. Let's get rid of this. Let's hit that. Let's start our stopwatch. 1, 2. There's our 2 seconds. Perfect. Let's come over here. Let's get rid of our parking brake. Don't need that on anymore. Coming over to our tablet. We'll get ready for taxi and ready for takeoff. Perfect. Settings. We're gonna go hit cabin lights again. Turn those off. And then we're gonna get here. We're gonna hit our flight information, get our ground speed and everything. Perfect. Give the plane some power. Releasing parking brake. Flight crew, prepare for a rolling takeoff. Let's get straight. Here we go. Engines to 50. Engines fired up. Engines are holding. Going up alive, coming down the same way. Engines flex, look to the right. Knots. 120 commit. 40. V1 rotating. Positive climb, gears up. My plane. Follow the flight directory as always. Nose down gently. Whew, real gently. Flaps up. Nose down gently. $5,400 feet, you guys. We're going to transition to the autopilot in about, as soon as we get on this straightaway. We got to turn a little bit on our flight plan. Bring the nose up. Straighten the plane out. Transition to autopilot. Autopilot transition. We got to put the climb on. Activate our 3,000 feet per minute climb. Let's go ahead and get our grounds. Speed brakes. Get those disarmed. Perfect. And then let's take over our speed. We want to be 200. We're going to make this speed turn at 210 knots, you guys. So we're going to slow down a little bit here. We're going to slow our speed back. Let's get it to make this 210 on this turn. Throttle, we got it in the climb position. We just got a sharp turn right here, so we're just going to take it as smooth as possible. 9,900 feet, there's 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get a Landing lights go to the off position. Nose light goes to the off position. Let's take off our strobe light. Nav light stays on, and our beacon light stays on. Runway light, excuse me, is off as well. We still have our seatbelt sign on. We still have the no smoking sign on as well. We are flaps 1 for 210 knots. Roger, Air Canada 201, climb and maintain flight level 170. 17,000 feet is entered. We'll put that on the managed climb position. 10,000 feet, let's go ahead and open up, well, as soon as we make this turn right here and straighten out, we'll push our speed up to 335 knots. Nice smooth turn, you guys. 210 knots. Look at that. No stress on the plane. Nice smooth turn. Put the drone camera right here. Let's go back into the captain's seat to the captain view. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201, we will continue as planned. And we're going to straighten out here, so we're going to go ahead and bring the seatbelt sign one time. Alright, bring the seatbelt sign one time. That is the release the crew so they can prepare for services. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201, altimeter 30.02. Alright, we're straight, so let's go ahead and go clean flaps. Flaps are clean, and let's go 210 knots to 335 knots. .335 knots is entered. Nautical range, let's push this out to 20. Gaining speed, that's a check. Climbing altitude, still a check. Passing 16,500 feet, climbing to 17,000 feet, holding at our speed at 335 knots right now. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201. We will climb and maintain flight level 28,000 feet. Passing 17,600 feet, you guys. Coming up to 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get our altimeter. Let's put that in the standard position. And then let's go ahead and turn our terrain off. We'll turn that back on our descent point. Back, Calgary. There's those mountains as we saw coming in on descend. Look at all those. Man, very nice. Roger, Edmonton Center. Air Canada 201. We will continue as planned. That terrain down there kind of looks like Denver, doesn't it? You could kind of place that with leaving out of Denver, Colorado. You can kind of put that terrain right there. I would put that. I would put this terrain up with Denver, Colorado. I would put the Turbulence up there too with Denver, Colorado as well. Coming out of Denver's like this as well. I would say it's a little more than Salt Lake City. You guys ever flown out of Salt Lake? Yeah, a little more mountains. Salt Lake doesn't have this many mountains as deep. I mean, as far back as this goes, I would say. But definitely Turbulence coming out of Salt Lake as well, and into Salt Lake. But definitely taking off like this, yeah, getting that wind turbulence, that's Colorado for sure. So yeah. Let's see what the sun's doing. Go ahead and look at our flight plan, you guys. Let's see when should we let go of the seatbelt sign. We're actually straight to Vancouver. We're straight down to Vancouver. So as soon as we get to cruising altitude, yeah, we come down, swoop, and come back this way. So we're okay. When we hit 34,000 feet, we'll just let it go. The seatbelt sign. We'll turn it off and have it straight down. Looks like we're at 25,200 feet. We're climbing at about, let's see, looks like we're climbing about 1,400, 1,500 feet per minute right now on the man-is position. Jump back up to 1,700 feet per minute. And like I said, that's on the man-is position. Definitely have turbulence. Definitely have turbulence, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and ring the seatbelt sign 2 times. Let the flight crew know we do have turbulence. There we go. Let them know to prepare for turbulence. Speaking of, yeah, this keeps up. We may not be able to take. Oh, sorry, hit the mic. We may not be able to take off the fasten seatbelt sign as of right now. Definitely not taking it off. Of what we see. I hope this is coming through on you guys' screen and everything. But yeah, we definitely got some turbulence. So we'll monitor it as we get to cruising altitude, just past 27,600 feet. They want us up to 28,000 feet, and soon they're going to want us up to 34,000 feet. And like I said, we'll just keep on monitoring, and we'll talk about it when we get in our cruising altitude briefing. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201. We will climb and maintain flight level 3400. Doesn't look as bad as from the outside. Looking at how bumpy it is. Ah, look at that right there. There it is. Look at that. Yep. All those gullies in the mountains right there. Going up and over those gullies and making us dip. That's to get for the standard barrel. Ground speed right now is 395. Our ground speed 395. This is easiest, the most, what is it? What would I say? Most turbulence flight we've had. Is that? Yeah, I would say that. This is easily the most turbulence flight we've had so far. Easily the most. And we are rocking. 33,700 feet, coming up on 34,000 feet, which is our cruising altitude. As of right now, there is no evidence. There's a lot of evidence. Excuse me. I was going to say there's no evidence to turn off the seatbelt sign. There's no evidence to turn it off. We should keep it on. As of right now, I don't feel comfortable even taking it off. Even right now on the smoothest part, even at about 34,000 feet. Let's see how we handle this part before we make any rash decisions. Let's see how we fly over that. So we'll keep the fasten the seatbelts on at this time. And then since we're at 34,000 feet, let's go over our cruising altitude briefing. So let's pull up some brief here. Simply pull up. If you just jumped on board, if you just got on stream, appreciate it. I am Phoenix Black Knight. I'm your captain right now, and I am your stream host. We just took out of Calgary, Canada, and we are flying into Vancouver. Right now we're Air Canada. Our call sign is 201. Let's go outside. We're flying the Airbus 320. Love the color scheme. Love the color scheme. But anyway, flying the Airbus 320. It is July 2nd, 2023. Our departure time was 5:21 in the morning. Our arrival time is 6:59 in the morning. SimBrief gave us the air time to finish the flight of 1 hour and 10 minutes. Block time they gave us is 1 hour and 38 minutes. Cruising altitude is 34,000 feet, which we're currently at right now. We are not letting passengers free move about the cabin right now. We do have the fasten the seatbelt sign on. We're going to check out this terrain right now and see how things are going. As of I see right now, it's already turbulence. We're going to keep the fasten the seatbelt on for the rest of the remainder of the flight. Just make that decision right now. Fasten the seatbelt sign will remain on. Distance we're flying is 389 nautical miles. Wind is 268 over 68 knots. And the fuel we have on board is 13,448 pounds of fuel. Passengers, 177 passengers, and total payload, 40,710 pounds. Weather, when we left Calgary, it was 58 degrees, and it was sunny. Going down in Vancouver, we're looking at 67 degrees, sunny as well. So once again, we find two destinations with great weather. Well, we started the rain when we got into Calgary on Thursday when we came in from Seattle. It started the rain, but we were already touched down. But need to say, every destination we choose right now, we're getting blessed with good weather, so we'll keep it up. It takes only one bad storm to be like, we don't want that anymore. But other than that, you guys, it's 34,000 feet. That's our cruising altitude. I'm going to put my mic on mute, and as always, I'll see you guys on the descent vector point. Chat is open if you would like to chit chat. Let me tell you guys what our ground speed is. At 34,000 feet, our ground speed right now is 383. So it looks like we lost a couple of knots there. But we're still holding, looks like we're holding at, we'll just say we're at 0.81 Mach. And we are holding at 34,000 feet. Okay, I'm back. So we are smooth right now. Nope, never mind. I'm done. That was the final. That was the nail in the coffin, as they say. Final answer. Seatbelt sign will not go off. Let's make our call flight crew to our passengers that the seatbelt sign will not be off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Unfortunately, due to the turbulence and crosswinds right now, we are not going to be able to turn off the fasten the seatbelt sign. We appreciate if you remain in your seats. If you do have to go to the bathroom and it is in dire need, you may get up and use the facilities. But please remain in your seat with your seatbelts fastened. Okay, we made the call. Let them know we're not going to let the seatbelt sign go. Okay, see you guys on descent. Roger, Vancouver Center. Air Canada 201, we will continue as planned. Roger, Vancouver Center. Air Canada 201, we will continue as planned. Might be able to do the fasten seatbelt sign right now that we've got a lot more flatter terrain. Let's see how much more distance we got here. Send vector We're going to slow our speed down right there. And now let's commit to keeping it down. Committing. Roger, Vancouver Center. Air Canada. Wow, that's what the ATC is saying. Air Canada 201. We will continue as planned. Air Canada. That's what the ATC right now is saying. Hopefully you guys can hear it. They're saying Air Canada. It's not Air Canada. It's Air Canada. Go ahead and pull our speed back. We're going to go get off of match and we're going to put on 282 knots is what we're flying right now. I'm dropping it right now. Actually, we're going to keep it at 280. Yeah, we're going to keep it at 280. We're going to lock that in right now and use that for our first descend. And then depending how far they descend us, we'll adjust the speed at that time. Since we're at 34,000 feet, we'll see where they drop us, and then according to that, we'll see where we put our speed. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201, descend and maintain flight level 260. Since they're dropping us down to 26,000 feet, as soon as we hit 26,000 feet, we're going to pull our speed back again to 240 knots. And we'll hold 240 knots all the way into approach. Then we'll drop our approach speed at that time. $26,800 feet, dropping down to 26,000 feet, pulling our speed back. We're going to hit 240 knots now. 240 knots is entered, passing 26,500 feet. Like I said before, we are descending down to 26,000 feet. Roger Tower, American. Oh, American, you guys, I said American. Oh, yep. Alright, let's try that again. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201, descend and maintain flight level 12,000 feet. Too many American flights. Too many American flights, you guys. But we... Going down to 12,000 feet, as you guys know, we are holding 240 knots right now. We are flaps 0 still. But since we're going down to 12,000 feet, we're going to go ahead and turn on the terrain, and then let's go ahead and make our call to the passengers that we have on board. Ladies and gentlemen, We started our send down into Vancouver. You guys on my flight crew, so you guys already are prepared for approaches. We are rocking, you guys. Anybody from Canada? Anybody done this route? Has anybody flown this out there in Canada? From Calgary to Vancouver or vice versa? Vancouver into Calgary? I just want to know, is it really this turbulence? Is this game representing truly what the flight's like, or is this over exaggerated or not enough exaggerated? Anybody from Canada? Hit me up in the comments. Let me know. I am curious on this. Look at that terrain, you guys. I mean, look at the fog over it. That is just awesome. Look at that. Look at the white caps. Anybody know what this river is? Anybody? Alright, going back in. I gotta hear the ATC. Roger, Vancouver Center. Altimeter 3012. 3012? I have to see the altimeter. What was the altimeter? It was, wow, at 12. Make sure I heard that correctly. Cross-check everything. Seatbelt signs on, smoking signs on, beacon light is on, nav light is on. We still have the strobe light off, we still have the nav light off, runway lights are off, landing lights are off, nose light is off as well. Perfect. Altimeter is already set, 30.12. I had to make sure I heard that correctly. I've never had 12. I usually have, the highest I've had is like, is this 30.05? 3.06? So when I heard 12, I'm like, oh, I gotta reread that, make sure I heard that correctly. Just passing 13,000 feet, still descending down to 12,000 feet. When we hit 12,000 feet, we're gonna probably be on approach. I mean, look how high these mountains are. We can't be dropping any more, that much, right? So I'm gonna pull our speed back when we get to 12,500 feet. Let's pull our speed back. I'm gonna pull our speed back to approach speed, which is 200 knots. 200 knots. That will be flaps 1. Below 210 knots. Let's go flaps 1. Flaps 1s are activated. We'll hold 200. We're going to hold 200 knots. Right now we're at 12,000 feet and holding. See what our next descent vector point will be. Whew. Look at this, you guys. Look at that. What an approach. Beautiful. Oh, you guys managed doing this in the in the fall or the springtime and in the winter. I mean, it'll be all just white out. Right? It snows in Vancouver, right? Yeah. It snows up there. Just think of this, all white out. Or come back here in the spring or fall. I wonder if they got this, we'll do little colors. I wonder if Microsoft does color on these leaves. This would be an awesome approach in the summer or fall, spring or fall, excuse me. And they bring you down to the mountains. Look at that. Yeah, where's our drone camera? Ready for our reversers? Yes, it is. Sorry, that was a quick view. Just making sure we're ready for the reversers. Oh, we still got to change the camera anyway for you guys can see the gears go down. Ooh, flight crew. Once again, anybody know what this is? Anybody fly from Canada? Fly this route? Anybody know what this river is right here? Is this a famous river? Do you guys boat in it, paddleboard in it? Don't even touch it. And comes in here. Anybody? Comments below. Still holding 12,000 feet, you guys, and still holding 200 knots, flaps 1. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201, descend and maintain flight level 9,000 feet. They also didn't want us to excess our speed over 210 knots. We're going 200 knots, so we're perfectly. 10,600 feet. Let's prepare the plane for under 10,000 feet flying, which means let's light it up. Landing lights go to the on position. Nose light goes to the takeoff position. Let's turn our strobe light on. We're going to leave our wing light off. Beacon light still stays on and the nav light still stays on. As does the seatbelt sign and the smoking sign. Roger Tower, Roger Tower, Air Canada 201, altimeter 30.14. Below 10,000 feet, you guys coming up on 9,000 feet. Let's get our nautical range in the 10. Still holding 200 knots, descending down to 9,000 feet. Here we are, look at it open up. Look at that, right through the city. Oh, another one over here. Look at that, little streams. Nice. Vancouver. Looks like another very green place as well. That makes sense. Vancouver. Vancouver, yeah. At least what makes sense of what I've heard and what I've seen. Holding 9,000 feet, still holding 200 knots as well. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201, descend and maintain flight level 5,000 feet. Let's pull our, let's see where we're at. Alright, we got to pull our speed back, you guys. As soon as we get down to 5,000 feet, we're going to pull our speed back from 180, well, we're at 200, we're going to go to 190, 180, and then everything to approach as well, because we don't have that much longer to go. They haven't told us to turn on our localizer yet. Look at that. Vancouver. Passing 7,200 feet, still descending down to 5,000 feet. Looks like we're position number 3 for landing. Looks like we got one right there and one right there. So 1, 2. We're position 3. Look at that bridge. Roger Tower, Air Canada 201. Maintain heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway. Yeah, turned on our localizer. They told us to expect the runway. Turned on our localizer. Looks like we're 19 miles out. Still descending down to 5,000 feet right now. We're at 5,500 feet. 5,004. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and pull the speed back now. We're going to go to 190 knots. That's going to put us at flaps 2. Haven't activated flaps 2 yet. Still waiting for our speed to drop. We're gonna go ahead and hit approach. I want to turn a little bit before we hit approach. Holding 190. drop our speed again. We're going to go 180. That's going to take us to flaps 3. Activating flaps 3. So we activated flaps 2, now we're flaps 3. As soon as we start making our turn, I'll hit our approach. That allows us to line up with the runway. I just don't want to hit it right now. Are they going to descend us one more time? Alright, hitting approach. There we go. Now it's going to line up with the runway for us. Approach is activated. Approach is engaged. We're going to go ahead and pull our speed back to 140 knots now since our glide slope is activated. That's going to put us on full flaps. Just a second, we're going to wait for our speed to slow down a little bit before we get full flaps. Still going a little fast. There it is. Let's go flaps full. Uh-oh. They want us at 5,000 feet. Why would they want us at 5,000 feet? We got to put our speed up. 200. Flaps up. Climbing up to 5,000 feet. Oh. Now they want us down to 3,000 feet. 3,000 feet. Alright, they want us to approach. They got us all over the place, man. 1-6. Roger, Tower. Air Canada 201. Clear to approach. We got to catch up on our glide slope. We are clear to approach, but we got to catch up on our glide slope. All right, there we go. Pulling our speed back to 140 knots. Coming in hot. Why do they have us go up and come back down? Right now we're holding. Right now we're holding about 210 knots right now. Let's see if we can hit our speed brakes to pull us back a little bit. There we go. Pulling our speed back a little bit. Roger, Tower. Air Canada 201, 2 for landing. Alright, pull our speed brakes. Pull them up, we get them armed. Speed brake. Flaps. Full. Clear the land. Gears down. Auto brakes. Medium. Speed in the managed position. Runway lights on. 1,000. Sorry you didn't see the gears, guys. 1,000 feet, my plane. Still going fast on the approach, you guys. Still trying to slow it down. Continue. Woo. Main center line. There we go. Well, get it right there. Reverses. Knots, reverser stow. Ooh, auto brake off. Which way do we taxi? Let's see what they tells us. Going to the right. Guessing to the right. They want us to acknowledge, which means we lost our AI. This is alright, we're down, we're down, we're down. Let's There we go. Parking brake on. Engine's idle. ATC on. Turn ground on. Let's go taxi the gate. Flight directory comes off. Localizer comes off. Landing lights go to the restricted position. Nose light goes to the taxi position. Strobe light comes off. Beacon light stays on. Nav light stays on. Fasten seatbelt lights come on. Stay on. APU bleed comes on. APU master comes on. APU start comes on. Cleaning our flaps up. They go to 10% for taxi. Speed brakes. Let's bring those up. Let's clean those up. Taxi brakes. Alright, let's go. Engines and power. Releasing parking brake. That was it was forcing us right, you guys. You guys saw that. Like, there was no way for me to avoid going right on that. I tried getting that plane to go left, and the game wanted us to go to the right. I think some airports like that load up and they just force you right. If you go look at my earlier videos, yeah, there's some airports that just force you right. And that one, it was forcing us right no matter what. At least we stayed on the runway, and we didn't float. But we got down, we got the reversers. At least we were able to save ourselves. No accidents. But wheels were down, and let me say it. Flight crew, welcome to Vancouver. Zoom it out. Give it its respect. Vancouver, you look like every other, you call it, apartment buildings or office buildings. Storage warehouses. There you go. It's a storage warehouse. Vancouver. Rocking the Air Canada livery. Oh, I love the color, you guys. I've said it before. I do. Uh-oh, it's a stalemate. Who's gonna blink first? ATCs can tell who to stop. Is it us or it's them? We just gotta... We're gonna make a right here. This is us. Don't worry about us. You weren't stopping. Jeez. Alright, where they got us going, guys? Where do they got us going? Where are they sending us the taxi, you guys? Where is our gate? Alright, well, one more time, Vancouver. Give it a shout out. I don't know where they're sending us. I think these are all good gates right here we can pull into. Let's find out where it's taking us. Very interesting where they're taking us. Watch them just take us to a runway. Hey, you're leaving. You're going back. Doing a turnaround. While we're taxing, oh, don't forget, you guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that follow button, you guys. I appreciate you guys following along, and I appreciate you guys being on board. I do. There's tons of people out there have way better systems and better game and better computers, but the fact you guys are here with Phoenix Black Knight, I appreciate it. Where are they? There's an Air Canada coming in right there, 839. Well, that's a big. That big plane coming in. Ooh-wee. Oh. That was all wheels down first. Yeah, it looks like we're just right there. Slow the plane down, take some momentum out of the engines. Let's make a right. This is us. That's where they want us. Let's push right. No yellow line for us. No Marshall either. So I'm assuming we're gonna go right a little bit. Then we're gonna bring it in left. We're gonna lock it in right. Lock it in until the green bars go away. Right there. Plane stop. Parking brake on. Engine's in the neutral position. Let's go up here. Seatbelt sign comes off. Oh, dome light comes on. Clean our lights up. Runway lights come on. Landing lights to the restriction position. Nose light to the off position. Beacon light can come off now. Let's turn our nav light off. Let's go down and clean up our flaps. 10%. Let's put it at 0. Perfect, flaps are clean. Let's go ahead and kill engine 1. Forgot to stop the stopwatch. I always do that. Hour and 22 minutes, but we had, yeah, we'll see what our actual flight time is. Waiting for engine 1 to drop below 20%. There it is, engine 2. Activate the tablet, ground services. Cabin light comes on, GPU gets connected, ACU gets connected, jetway's already connected. Let's go ahead and open the main cabin door. Main cabin door is open. Let's get the cones down as well. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. My flight crew. That is it. Vancouver. We made it. We made it. Give it a shout out. There it is. Let's turn ATC back on. We don't even have ground services, but we'll activate them right now. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and say, let's say catering services. Catering truck, where you at? There it is. And then let's do the baggage services. And baggage services. There we go, baggage services is there. Come back into the captain's seat to the captain view. Handshake to you guys. Good job on the flight today. Flight crew, great job on the flight today. Turbulence, going through that mountain range. The mountain range was beautiful though. Beautiful. I mean, that's a great flight from Calgary to Vancouver. Man, that mountain cap, I'm telling you, the fall, especially coming into Vancouver, if we do that in the spring or fall with that change of the scenery, with the colors and everything, oh my goodness, I bet that would be a beautiful fall flight or spring flight as well. Bet that was. But to recap the flight, takeoff, we did not have a lot of turbulence. Takeoff was fine. The turbulence just came on the cruise and the descend. Did not do the fasten the seatbelt sign, did not come off. Kept it on the whole flight. Other than that, let's check out let's kill the plane all the way. Let's see what flight our actual flight plan had to say with SimBrief. So let's go over to the tablet. Oh, we don't want stairs in the back. Where's our GPU unit? Turn on GPU now. Let's go to cold dark. Hour and 12 minutes. Total flight time. Gave us all day time. SimBrief told us we should get down. They estimated, let's see. SimBrief estimated hour and 10 minutes. So we were 2 minutes and 37 seconds over what SimBrief wanted us to do as the air time, but the block time they gave us was an hour and 38 minutes. So we finished within the block time, but we were 2 minutes and 37 seconds over what SimBrief told us to beat. So we did not beat it today, unfortunately, but we did have that problem on the approach. It told us to go back up to 5,000 feet, even though our localizer caught the glide slope and started the glide slope. They wanted us up back. Anyway, no point for argument. I still think that's still on time, getting 2 minutes late. Still feel that's on time. But other than that, you guys, that is it. We'll be back flying again tomorrow. Tomorrow's flight will actually be flying out of Calgary again, but we'll be doing it with American Airlines. Since we did Audible today didn't count. We'll pick up the real flights tomorrow. American Airlines out of Calgary again. Get them back on track. Don't know where we're going, but I will get a bid in and get that flight plan built for tomorrow. Other than that, enjoy the rest of the sounds of the game. Enjoy the plane shutting down. We already shut off the APU, so just enjoy that part shutting down before I shut the stream off. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys helping to grow the channel. I love you guys. Phoenix Black Knight. I will talk to you guys tomorrow on our next flight. I will see you later.